everywhere, everywhere. Booty booty rockin' everywhere, rockin' everywhere, everywhere, everywhere. Booty booty rockin' everywhere. That's loud. All right. So how's it going, everybots? I'm wearing a sport coat that I can get dirty. So we're gonna get dirty on some Dark Souls, and we're also gonna talk about something that has to do with mental health. I always lose stuff, lose my place, and trying to come up with different topics and stuff like that. But also, I mean, you can help me get my place back, or you can and this is the reason why I actually did make this channel. It's because I wanted to be able to create a well-to-do discussion about stuff that I think about every day, and a fun discussion. If this dude is all right, okay, cool. I really wanted to do that. I wanted to make sure that I could. I want to make sure that I can actually make some stuff, as far as some ideas going around and stuff like that. Stuff like that, you know, just ideas, ideaing it up, stuff like that, you know. So I try every day to make sure that I can. Son of a bitch. Yeah, you didn't get me, fucker. Anyways, all right. What kind of topic might I come up with today? Booty booty rockin' everywhere, 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 everywhere. Booty booty rockin' everywhere, everywhere, everywhere. Alright, I gotta go. Let's see here. Yeah, I gotta run to an awesome part of the forest, and try to. I wish there was really something like actually happens. You gotta. Amber herb. Got him. And I just farted. I think that people sometimes, because I spitball. It's fun to me. I don't try to, yes. Don't fucking die, don't fucking die. Come on, get away from there. Yes, I knew it was right there. Alright, okay, he's gonna run after me. He's gonna run after me a little bit. And then, hopefully, there we go. Getting back at it. Oh my god, there he is. Alright, awesome. Alright, yeah. Understanding that, let's say people make, decisions. They're awesome. Awesome decisions. And also, there's people right there, and they killed me. Fucking goddamn it. But yeah, people make decisions all the time. Whatever kind of decisions they make, it has a lot to do with the ways, like even the stuff that I say, people would view me in a certain light as far as internet content goes. But I try to stay neutral sometimes, most of the time actually, because I really don't care either way. I mean, like I say, there's like a bunch of violence that happens all the time around the world and stuff like that. It can't be completely, I mean, you don't know what happens in the people's situations. Like, when people are left alone, sometimes they do some pretty fucked up shit. Without any, I'd say not any governing rules, but when people are left alone, they make up their own rules, and it's kind of. Got him. I found an item. Old radiant life gem. Okay, cool. let's see. As people make up their own decisions, they start to God damn it. God damn it. Let's see, people start to make up their own minds about the way the world works or something like that, or the way that the world is, and I've seen that I can make up my own mind about the way the world works sometimes. Let's see, I guess people are actually trying to do is come up with their own, let's see, not their own ideas about the way the world works, but the way that the people work within that world. And people they use weird phrases sometimes to be able to describe what goes on in the world. Or it's like, that's the way the cookie crumbles, or that's the way the whole thing, that's the whole shebang, or it's just like, I have yet to see the whole shebang. So it's like, I don't really find that shebang to be the best shebang, or even the Alright, I don't find that shebang to be the entire whole thing. I'm gonna try to oh, dang it. I find sometimes when people put themselves through it, and that's what I'm gonna go do. I'm gonna find souls for that, and I'm gonna die first because I'm an idiot. I find that what people put themselves through is what makes their own decisions in life, and I look good right now. I think I look good, at least, and that's what matters. And I try to make a better slew of decisions for myself, and or a better smorgasbord of things in my own life. I want to make better decisions, and when I want to make better decisions, people usually come along and tell me what I'm doing wrong, and also tell me, the fuck are you being so stupid for, and or like that stuff, you know. And that kind of actually makes me judgmental more towards myself, I guess, and makes me want to change myself a little bit more every day. I don't know, I just try to Alright. I've tried each and every day to be able to be a better person, I guess. Not to say that I'm like not a better person, but like not to say that I'm lacking in that. But to say that I'm lacking in gall or like son of a bitch. Got him. Alright, you got me. Awesome. 1,000 souls. Alright, got him before he killed himself. So that I get more souls. I think that when pushing towards, I guess, any sort of want or need, or in wanting something to be able to help make me have a better life, I guess. And there's an item right there, that's why I'm going down there. Divine blessing. Cool. Awesome. I think there's something that I'm supposed to give the divine blessing to. But yeah, trying to understand where I fit in, I guess, in a situation, because I don't believe myself to have the kind of opinions that other people would tell me to have, or would say that I have, or say that I'm supposed to take a stance on something, or else I'd be a part of the solution, or else you're a part of the problem, sort of thing. It's just like, I don't really think there's that many problems. I think people make their own problems sometimes, and when they start making their own problems, they kind of spiral out of control. And eventually people start to catch up on them that they have problems and say that either you need therapy or you need to pretty much go to jail for the shit that you did. Because people do that. People will rise up and make their own rule if there is none. So I have that sort of thing in my mind. I am going to take these souls and repair my broken things. My broken things. Learn to fight again. Feel the day so free. I actually learned most of the weird, not the weird music, but the I'd say the music that I got, they had some really, really good, whatchamacallit, what's the word, it's some really, really good soundtracks to a bunch of different kinds of games. And I think that, like, it's like, I don't get it, like, playing GTA 5 is bad, but stomping on an enemy that inherently has a personality. It's like, I don't know, it's like I think if you think about it, it's human privilege, I guess, in a certain sense, is we provide ourselves with our own privilege and then within that privilege we start to segregate what we believe is acceptable within those bounds. I try to say that there are certain things that I try to adhere to when coming to making a system of decisions. I want to, and it has a really cool artwork. It's awesome. And that list sort of thing, too, like that. And yes, I am a picker a little bit sometimes as far as nerdism goes, or being a nerd, or I do consider myself a nerd in some ways, and in other ways not so much. Let's go. And it's 15,000 to fix it? Are you fucking kidding me? Oh my gosh. It's only 1,000. Ah, it sucks. Reinforce. Reinforce that. I find out sometimes that how's it going, viewer? I didn't actually didn't see you come in. If you want to message me or about anything, you can go right ahead. If you want to steer the conversation to anything like that I'm having with myself or ranting about, you can go ahead and do that. All right. So and yes, I am wearing a blazer, playing Dark Souls. Not really a blazer. It's more like a sport coat, I think. It might be a blazer, but it's... I don't give a shit. It's cool. So, blazer and a V-neck. That's what I do. But yeah, whenever you're trying to make up your own opinions or what your worldview is to try to impress whoever the fuck you want to impress, because that's what I do sometimes to try to impress people a little bit. It's fun. If you ever want to impress anyone with your opinions, or if you ever want to want to get somebody to like you, you gotta have opinions about stuff. You gotta build a relationship and be cool, because that relationship is bound by something. I don't know what it's bound by, but it's bound by something, and that means stuff. Yay! What's going on, Zogan? How you doing? These are my game therapeutic rants, and I rant about things, and I don't think that their thing is there anymore. Okay, cool. But yeah, whenever you have opinions and you feel as though that you want to impress someone with your opinions, or not just impress someone, but be able to impress, or maybe help their way of life, I guess, by telling them how you feel, or telling them that if you like stuff, and your opinions are worth something. So let's say, what is the first first opinion I ever had when I was a kid? I'd say these people are weird. That's probably the first opinion that I ever had. People that I called my family, or I tried so hard to be able to build on a relationship, and oh shit, okay, I didn't do that. But I tried so hard to build on a relationship that I had with my brothers and sisters and stuff like that. I had my first Christmas. It was really cool. Or not my first Christmas. That first Christmas that I remember was when I was about 5 years old, and we were too poor to actually get presents, so we just traded them. So that was cool. Mom was currently we had a house that was cool, but that was pretty much it. So I guess that was our Christmas present, like immediately having shelter and stuff like that. But eventually I kind of made more decisions than that, and made more things than that, I guess. I wanted to make different decisions within my life, and I wanted to do different stuff, but I guess I was looking for the wrong catalyst, I guess, sometimes, because I'd look for it within other people, or I was trying to find a teacher, basically. A teacher that would actually maybe stick with me through certain times and be able to let me know different things, like you're doing stuff wrong, or I'd wind up being the one to be able to tell them what to do, I guess. Like I thought that there was a cool teacher around, and they wound up to be Yeah, no, that's not what I'm looking for. I'm trying to find out people what people want to hear and so, or what people want to say, I guess. And I think people who don't have the headsets and stuff like that too are probably more not more engaging, but there's more of them, you know. So I'm just spitballing, and I like to see that stuff in the sidebar, anyways. Even if I am sometimes half paying attention to it. So but yeah, I'm not really looking for a whole bunch of followers or a whole bunch of likes or anything like that, or a whole bunch of different things like that. Looking for like a discussion in the sidebar, and that's what I think would be engaging to an audience that you know, that's cool. Like, whatever opinion you want, it's cool. So I think that would be more engaging to an audience, I think, or at least to an audience that I would like to be able to watch my stuff. So that's cool. But I'm still trying to find out where the fucking ring of the king is or whatever. But whatever, I don't give a shit. So I really have to find an unpetrification thing too. But I'm probably gonna find that later. So let's see if we can go beat up a boss. Only have 8 great soul arrows, so I'm gonna tune my spells again, and we're gonna go up to see if we can go to the boss. But yeah, that's basically what I've been doing, trying to figure out a new way to figure out decisions and make decisions to. Thank you, sir. I'm pretty much gonna do what I want to do anyways, because I don't give a shit about society or people, because no, I'm just lying. I'm just playing. I'm kind of looking to find out if people actually like to talk about mental health. And all right, you're already gone. All right, don't really care. But anyways, I'm gonna keep going on this whole thing. It's a thing that's a whole. And I'm doing stuff and things on this thing. And also, I know that there's people out there that would try to thwart my my wantings to be able to become the sidebar message dude. And there's a dude right there. Awesome. Got him. Oh, but yeah, I've tried to find out things about myself along the way, and the more that I find out the more that I find out new things about myself, I think carefully and then giant. Oh, okay, I get it. There we go. Oh, there's a giant out here, but oh, it doesn't let me. It won't let me go. Anyways, got him. All right. Okay. So so when I try to become a new person in this, or try to be able to make a new partially new version of myself, I guess. Just like try to like hold back an action, because I did quit smoking like immediately. Like I quit cold turkey, and it's fucking hard. It's so goddamn hard. But God damn it. Okay. Let's see if we can actually kill him. Alright, we can't kill him. Son of a bitch. Son of a bitch. Awesome. Alright, well, I'm going to keep trying, and I'm going to keep on dying, probably, because Hamster dies a lot. But also, too, if you're ready to change something, a quality about yourself, and you don't quite know the way to go, I'd say study yourself. Study everything about yourself. Study every part of what you want to change, or everything that you think you know about yourself, and try to literally change it. Try to change it. Like just immediately try. Like if you're saying, because I had to talk to myself every single time I picked up a cigarette, and tell myself that I want to quit. Like not like I hate you, or I'm distancing myself from you, you cigarette. No, I didn't try to personify it. I just tried to tell myself about the situation that I was putting myself in. And the more I realized that it was a situation that I didn't want to be in, the more I realized that that situation was not worth my time. And the more you realize that situations that you don't want to be in, or realize that of situations you don't want to be in, the more you'll realize that those situations don't involve you. How's it going, viewer? If you want to message me, and not mess with me, I guess. If you want to message me, then you can. That's a sidebar. It's the whole reason why I keep it there. But yeah, if you really want to change a quality about yourself, or come to a certain decision, there's a really big influence in just the power of suggestion for yourself. Son of a bitch. I'm gonna keep on going, but I gotta find a better strategy. So I'm gonna have to let's see. I'm gonna try to stay in the corners, but I'm gonna try to like wiggle my way out of them every single time. But let's see. I'm gonna have to move the cursor off of them a whole bunch and stuff. So we're gonna keep going. All right. But yeah, if you want to change something about yourself, or like a quality about yourself that you don't like, just realize that you're not the catalyst to your own decision making. You are the decision. You are making the decision. And you are also the person that it affects the most. Realize that it's not what you're given, okay? Your decisions are not what you're given. You are given a certain number of, you're given a certain number, and I gotta take this coat off. It's kind of hot in here. And also, too, it's hot in here because I have central heating and air, and I'm happy for that, too. It took me a really long time to be able to say that I wanted to quit smoking. Exactly 10 years. And And I'm not saying that I'm going to be some self-help dude or anything like that. I'm saying that if you want to change something about yourself, like if you have an addiction, or if you have a lingering hateful thought or anything like that, realize that you can change that if you want to, and there's always a chance to change. God damn it. I have to heal myself and stay in a corner. Got him. Got him. Okay. Awesome. Alright, stay back. Stay back. Stay back. Stay back. Bait him into attacking, basically. It's not really hard to bait him into attacking. He's actually doing it right now. Oh, son of a bitch. He does that same stupid shit like the goddamn giant does, and I died. Awesome. Okay, at least that lasted longer than I did the last time, and that's always good, because the first time I actually quit smoking, I lasted about 2 weeks, and or not even 2 weeks, maybe a month. It's been my... This is my... I'd say, what's the word? I'm on my third month now, I think, of no cigarettes, and I'm constantly around it, so I should be actually, like, relapsing immediately, but I never do, because I really, really hate myself when I'm smoking. I really do. I hate the fact that I can't breathe all the time. I really hate the fact that I can't run. I really hate the fact that I can't exercise most of the time. And I like myself better. And I kind of want to change the people around me a little bit more to be more like, not me, but just not smoke. And oh. I also noticed I'm a little bit gassier because I'm eating more food. I'm actually digesting that food on a nice schedule. You know what? It doesn't smell like absolute like sewage. Actually, like, my farts smell better. It's really crazy. But yeah, I'm a little bit tired. I'm kind of sitting around all day and not realizing some stuff that I'm not realizing. But yeah, I'm getting ready to work, so it's a good thing. And I'm also going to be staying away from a house where Are you serious? God damn it. Oh my god. There's such a lag whenever this friggin' thing is on the internet. But it's whatever. Realize if you want to change something about yourself, you can. And a violent past, or hi, how's it going, viewer? If you want to message me, you can. If you really want to change something about your past, or not about your past, about your past habits and stuff like that, change something about your personality that you just don't like sometimes. Like I'd say that people with like cutting and self-mutilation or anything like that, I've actually seen it happen before, and I've seen people do it, and I've actually done it myself, but realized that it wasn't for me, and of course, I didn't use a, Oh, hey man, how's it going, dude? Nice. That sucks, dude. That really sucks. What happened, man? Alright. Okay, I'm gonna see if I can use the homing soul mass and see if we can actually start this thing. Son of a bitch. I gotta get my souls so I don't lose them completely. Alright, awesome. Alright, and I died again. Awesome. And I lost you again. It's okay, man. But yeah, changing something about yourself is very important, and realizing that you have an addictive trait, I guess, is extremely important. And sometimes what you really need to do is build your character back up. No matter what you believe, no matter what you think, realize that a positive mindset is a perfect mindset. And also, too, some people might not like the way that some people live, I guess, or say that they live. I don't know why that didn't happen with the homing things when the pursuer came after me. I've understood myself through Looking Glass sometimes. I've understood myself through a alright. I've understood myself through, hey, how's it going, man? If you wanna, or if that's Death Dew again, it might be. If you want to, oh, damn it. Gotta stay away from the shield. Got him. Yay. Got him. Okay. I let go of him and then run. Run. Come on. Run. God damn it. Son of a bitch. Alright, I guess should have just ran away. Alright, well, hey, how's it going? Viewer, if you want to message me, you can. If you're not Death Dew, then I guess it's okay too. With everything that goes on in the world, people can start to sort of think that everything kind of builds up and snowballs into some sort of emotion that you have to, like, get out of your system, or else you're gonna be like. And also, I think within a lot of people's minds, that has a lot to do with mental masturbation in some ways, stroking the ego, or anything like that. But having a positive mindset, or a positive, and people really want to know exactly what a positive mindset really is. It's helping yourself achieve a goal through trying to achieve perfection, I guess, but realizing that through your material self, I guess, people believe that it's not ascertainable or some sort of thing. It's just like, I guess, what people really need to understand is that it really is ascertainable, I think. It has nothing to do with religion. It probably has everything to do with science. And it has, I don't know, like, I've watched so many different things that are perfect in nature, but Got him. Alright, it's most likely attainable through science. It's not actually, but also too, people like to hurt people sometimes. It's their whole thing sometimes. People like to hurt the other people. I did not touch my bloodstain, and I am very pissed off about it. I did not. Son of a bitch. It is so messed up. Barely got him down to like a quarter health. And I think I need to wear a little bit stronger armor, because that's basically the way that I'm gonna do it. The Pursuer is probably not the first boss I'm supposed to go up against. But knowingly so. Oh, there's the cat. Cool. How's it going? To change something about yourself, all you need is self-confidence. And to be able to build up that self-confidence is to be able to give yourself affirmations. When you give yourself affirmations, you start off from scratch. You're starting off and saying from scratch that you want to do this and you want to do this. And the more you push, or the more you think about that sort of thing, the more you push through your own emotions and realize that you shouldn't be dealing with them the way that you're dealing with them, as permanently like underneath an addiction, or underneath a certain way of affirming yourself. I saw people that weren't doing it, and they were just doing it like me. They were being themselves. Now, they weren't doing things exactly like me, but they were being. Oh, sorry. I'm sorry, Mr. Meeseeks. There you go. And yes, it's not my cat. It's someone else's cat, but they are called Mr. Meeseeks, and it's hilarious. But it's a cat, and who cares, right? Existence is pain. Existence is only pain through the eyes of someone in pain. Someone going. Those pain are actually. Hold on. Thought that stock was because those. All right. But yeah. And that sucks that you almost got arrested. That sucks. Realizing that that you can change something about yourself within a given framework or frame of mind is the best thing you can come up with as far as affirmations go. And this is the reason why I'm actually doing this, and the reason why I'm actually saying any of this stuff is because I believe in myself. And I really think that if people started believing in themselves too, they wouldn't just do like I'd say they wouldn't just go along with something, like the way that there's something they think something is supposed to be, or the way that they think someone is supposed to be. They'd be like, oh, that guy's just doing his thing, or something like that. Like stuff like that wouldn't happen anymore. Stuff like people taking advantage of other people. That wouldn't happen anymore. And or at least to certain people. And I guess what you have to understand and you have to realize is that a new generation is coming in its place, and that new generation is going to come up with folly after folly after folly, and they're going to try to realize things that exist, and realize that people make money off of people dying constantly, and it's just a thing that happens. People want to make money. They want to make money off something, so they think sometimes that the best time to make money is off of someone else's misery. Within video games too, sometimes people can just really like think that whatchamacallit, they can really think that I'd say that God damn it. I just farted again. God damn it. This sucks, dude. Alright, so yeah, this is my first playthrough, and no, I'm not gonna look at a goddamn walkthrough, because it's called being a gamer and not being a pussy. So, there's that. There's something to talk to, or something to say. Something to talk about. Because I'm not saying that you're a pussy if you looked at a walkthrough. This is just my personal actual preference to actually do. But yeah, I really want to find out better ways to be able to fight these bosses, and I'm gonna find it out on my own, because I'm a lowly mage, and I'm gonna find a way past all these very big bosses. And I'm also going to find a way to actually get the souls back to the place where I can actually level up too. I'm going to get those back as well. I've tried to be able to I've tried to be able to come up with a system, and to tell you the truth, there is no system. It's like when something clicks in your mind, it's like if you tell yourself enough times to be able to do the dishes on a certain day, then you're gonna do the dishes on a certain day, and there's literally just nothing that you can actually think about, you know, other than that. Realize that once you start to build up your self-confidence, and you start to build up your the fact that your phone is overheating inside your own pocket, so you lay it down because hopefully it doesn't explode inside your own pocket. Understandably so. I think that people should understand that that there are big I gotta go in the opposite direction. Alright. But yeah, understanding where you sit or where you stand on an issue can actually give you a better understanding of where you can actually go, or where you can actually go as far as an issue goes. realizing that, oh my god, you're gonna want change. It's like, yes, you want change. You definitely want change. People want change. It's a good thing to have change. But also too, it's a good thing to have an idea of where the chips fall and lie, because people are playing chess with themselves and other people all the fucking time. Like, they're playing chess everywhere. People are playing chess. They're doing a bunch of different... I'm not talking about literally, like, what's the word? Figuratively? I'm saying it figuratively, not literally. And that fucking, I hate him. But also realizing that that within that chess game lies life itself, and the more you play on chess, the more you will die by chess. It's like the more that live by the sword, die by the sword sort of thing. But also too, and me saying it moreover than one time, I think it doesn't make it any less of a thing that happens. It doesn't make it anything that it doesn't make it turn into anything that's I guess what's the word? It doesn't turn it into anything that anyone would think. It doesn't turn it into anything that anyone would think is a bad thing. Understandably so, I really say that a lot, and I really don't give a shit, because I say it a lot, and it's fun to say when I'm actually talking to myself, or into the ether. Realizing that talking into the ether is better sometimes than talking to some of your friends, because your friends don't understand what you're doing, because they constantly come over and talk to you and be like, hey, what you doing? And I'm just like, what's going on? They annoy me. It's really bad. It's really bad. It's really bad. But yeah, it's like Looney Tunes a little bit. But yeah, realizing that that through certain avenues of being able to change your decisions, you'll be able to find out that life itself, and that's a block. How is that blocking? Is that blocking? I think it's blocking. Blocking didn't really do anything. Did not really do anything. Did not really do anything. Got 1,200. I gotta get at least 3,000 or 4,000 to actually. Alright, but yeah, understanding that, let's see here, understanding that, that there are, I'd say, certain dynamics to, the way that you should be able to change your decisions. There are certain context clues inside your own brain to be able to change certain synapses and be able to make it not want a certain product or a certain thing. I am drinking Simply Orange with mango, not from concentrate. It means that it's got all the acid of regular orange juice and mango juice. Oh. And yeah, if you're wondering if I used to do this stuff before I actually quit smoking, actually no, I didn't. Did not drink that much orange juice before I quit smoking. And that's probably why I had, or because my dad smoked when I was younger, I might have had a bone deficiency. Realize that it's real. realize that it's real to, like, if your parents smoked and stuff like that, like, really go get checked for a bone deficiency or a vitamin deficiency or anything like that. Really do get checked. Also too, if you experience any lightheadedness or anything like that, also get checked. Any lightheadedness with whenever you're like, if ever you take a drug or something like that affects your teeth, or if you are addicted to any substance or something like that, or if you take what's the word? What time is it? It's only 7:54. I think I take my meds in a little bit. But yeah, I'm terrible at live streams, and I really don't give a shit. But this is where I'm ending it. I think that people can realize that the mage is very underpowered. What people don't understand about the mage is that when he gets right up there with everybody else, he actually can take out people a lot easier than you would think. It's a journey that I'm going to be going on, and I'm going to keep on keeping on. So let's try one more time. Shit. Okay, I'm going to do this. Let's see here. Instead of having this, we're going to go with heal. Oh, okay. Insufficient attributes to use this spell. Oh, you have to have darkness at, or inf at 12. Awesome. Should have been leveling up other stuff. Oh well. Let's beat the shit out of some dudes. Or this, wait, is the dragon gone? No, it's not. It's not gone. I'm fucking annoyed right now. Alright, so I almost ran off that ledge. But understanding that that's the reason that you need to understand about human life. Is this, the mage itself is actually a euphemism for human life itself. When you get to a certain level, or when you get to a certain age, everything starts to make sense a little bit more, and you start to realize that people themselves are like, this is what a spear person would it's like you'll start to realize that it's like human age, basically. And I'm trying to make a distinction or some sort of kind of thing out of it, but it's really hard because I'm really tired, and I'm also other things than that, so I don't care. But but yeah, I think that what people really need to understand and start to understand is that when you're young, you get like when you're young, it's like you have all this stuff, okay? And you're like, wow, I can do all this stuff in one day. And then you start to realize that as you get older, the consistency of you doing all that stuff in one day isn't really a thing you need to be doing. Like, you really should be looking out for yourself in this sense that you really need to start making decisions for yourself later on down the line when you're I'd say about 10, 15 years old. And if you don't, then and if you don't really do that, then there's no helping. I mean, it's the way that American culture is, man. You know. And but realize that your career stops at 25, and that's the reason why the whole thing, it stops at 25. You don't get any older than that. You don't get any older than 25. You just stop working. It just doesn't work anymore. Like 30? Yeah, right. 30. More like 30. Nah. I'm gonna hit him in their dick. Or lack thereof, yes. Oh shit, I almost beat him. God damn it. God damn it, Oz. I don't know how to stream, but I don't care because I really don't give a shit. I'm actually just trying to make a difference, and I'm gonna start making charity streams and stuff like that with either my friends or not my friends. I'm already starting to give to charities that I really believe can make a difference, and I'm starting to pay off my student loan debt. So and I'm gonna start giving to charities that I think that are really cool, and it has nothing to do with my party affiliation or anything like that. It's just good to give back, like, every once in a while. Just like my $25 plus like 25 other people's $25. It helps. And that's what I think makes a difference. Is if you have an established economy, a better off established economy, then you're better off to be able to. And I fucked up, and that's what happens when you fuck up on those spear guys. But really, I think what really matters is the way that you make decisions today for the kind of things that you hope to change tomorrow. I really don't care if I get viewers or not, but that's what I really care about, and that's all the reasons why I care about things. Is because I may be wrong on stuff, but you know what? I don't really think anybody else has it figured out either. It really doesn't matter to me. I really don't think anyone else has this whole thing figured out, and I think that's the reason why I actually stream at all. So and also, yeah, I get a lot of flack from people. So whatever, who cares? I don't give a shit about that. But anyways, and that really does suck, Death Dew. I really don't know why anyone would want to attempt to arrest you. But of course, I don't know you as a person, so you know, there's that. You know, like, we're on the internet, you know. We're not really supposed to be like, we're not really on speaking terms, you know. We're just like, we just message with each other, you know. I mean, it's cool, it's great and stuff like that, but like, awesome. I'm gonna kill this guy. All right, but yeah, I don't really have like a. I want to be able to. That's basically the reasons why I want people to take back from those things, or from those certain. Stay down, you son of a bitch. God damn. I'm gonna kill that dragon. I really am gonna kill that dragon because it's really doesn't look like a dragon at all. It looks like it's got terrible skill. Like, what's the word? It's like, it just, what's the word? It looks like a snake with legs, basically. It looks like it doesn't even have any scales, okay? It's got little things where the scales are. So I'm gonna kill it and hopefully eat its body for sustenance. It's good. It's gonna be great. But yeah, But yeah, seriously, I'm gonna make some dragon kebabs. It's gonna be great. Cause it's pissing me off. But yeah, there's stuff, you know. There's things that I care about, like, and that is to be able to help people lose themselves from addiction, and realize that it's that you can't just defeat the people who have the stuff, because there's always going to be more people with stuff, and when you defeat those people with things, you'll start to realize that oh wait, there's another dude, he's doing stuff. It's like, alright, I'm gonna try to, you know what I'm gonna try to do? I'm gonna do this. Awesome. Awesome. That's what goes in your chin. The thing. If ever you could run into a situation where you think that you can't get out of it, realize that you can. You can walk away, and yeah, I know a lot of people have insinuated that I'm bad at this game. And that's the point, is but I'm not going to heed to their comments, because I think it's funny. Me, what's the word? Surreptitiously chipping at the bit, you know? Because everybody chips at the bit, and they have no idea that's the reason what they're doing is they don't do challenging modes or anything like that, or they really don't try it, except for people who, like, have tried to do it a bunch of times, and this is what I'm trying to do a bunch of times. So how's it going, viewer? I just made no sense in my last sentence. How are you doing? Because I'm really tired. But I've been up watching the big quiz game with a whole bunch of peeps. But not a whole bunch of peeps, actually. Just myself. Son of a bitch. Are you fucking kidding me? God damn it. Little bastards. Oh. Awesome. Oh. Awesome. Oh, I'm trying to work on my circulation, because my... Oh, if you want to message me, you can. If you don't want to, you don't have to. But I'm gonna keep talking about stuff. Talking about changing life decisions and our life habits, and ultimately lead to life decisions. Ultimately leading to life decisions. I quit smoking, and I realized that I can't go on sometimes doing stuff. I had nicotine basically pushing me, and now I need either caffeine or vitamins, and sometimes vitamins aren't the best way to go through with things. I really need another power source. Hopefully I can just plug myself into the Matrix, and then get a power source like that. That'll be cool. Got him. Alright, but yeah, if you want to message me within this conversation of me talking about me quitting smoking and a whole bunch of different other stuff like that, you can. And God damn it. Son of a bitch. I'm gonna keep on doing it though. It's gonna be great. Alright. I'm only at 1 hour and 9 minutes, so here we go. Alright, I'm gonna try and see if I can just go kill off that giant a bunch of times. Or those peeps a bunch of times. Peoples. Item box. Let's go to see. Invade the world of the guilty. I don't care. Alright, alright. Let's go to... Soldier's Rest. I found out that, that within my decision making, a lot of people try to come up with different decisions, or try to have different opinions and stuff like that, or differing opinions. And within those differing opinions, people are like, "Oh, we're creating a whole thing. It's really going to be great." And it's just like they try to mimic what I'd say people believe in, because within American culture, we've kind of like we kind of had this thing to where it's like it's like we're the most adept to having a world culture, and it's just like, no, dude, it's not really that way. There's a whole bunch of different countries that are involved that people don't barely even think of, or barely even know of, and some people don't even follow on purpose because they just don't care. There are a bunch of places under attack right now, I guess. In Yemen and a whole bunch of different places like that, mostly, and also Jerusalem, because of the, and not just because of the people. They've been fighting over the capital for a very long time, since biblical times. So in Jerusalem, I don't know if anybody knows about that, or if anybody ever is gonna say anything about that, but yeah, that's basically what I'm kind of realizing over time, is just people like to fight, and it's stupid. People like to fight their asses off, and they think that it's not a fad, or it's not a thing. It's like, oh, I'm gonna learn this fighting style. It's like, oh, how are you gonna compete? It's like, we don't compete. We're just gonna kill people. It's like, yeah, it's not a fighting style. It's not gonna happen. It's just like, yeah, there's like kids throwing rocks and stuff. It's like, you wanna throw rocks? Oh, there's tear gas. Shit. You might wanna run, man. That sucks. Oh, darn. I grew up around my dad, and my dad was like really sarcastic, and he's been through a shit ton of real world situations that have been fucked up and messed up, and like and really messed up situations. Not just in his younger years, in his older years as well. Sometimes, not to say that like in his older years, as far as he went to army, and then even in peacetime, sometimes he just there weren't a lot of places to go. Like, there weren't a lot of people to be able to be free with, I guess, because there were a lot of wars still being fought that people didn't even know about, and people wanted to say about the Vietnam War and stuff like that, and that was a big deal and stuff to them back then, but people don't understand that there was a bunch of stuff happening back then, and to be able to change your situation or where you're at, I don't have any advice for those people, but I have advice for people who change every day, and to realize that as you're changing, implement yourself with different tools and different ways to be able to build habits and build better habits. Build better habits. Build better people out of better habits. It'll be amazing. You'll be like, you'll want to you'll want to build something better out of something that you've decided to, and I can't freaking do that. Awesome. Alright. But yeah, within certain situations, I think people try to be the ha you guy. You're not even, you're demented, or you're a thing. It's just like, nah, just I'm just gonna keep going on this little journey, and or like or all right, dude, I'm taking off. Phone is dying. That's cool. It's like every single whatchamacallit, tag I have on this entire thing sounds like, I don't know, I guess it just sounds really, really pretentious. And, I don't know, I guess that, I guess that what people try to think that is just, I think they try to think that, that there's somehow, through some sort of like surreptitious I guess people that, I mean, I've seen that, oh man, it's so hard to comment on this, but it's just the amount of douchebaggery there is going on sometimes in someone's message boards. It's just hard to comment on, but understandably so. I think that people really need to understand that there is an allowable amount of leeway we give ourselves whenever we're making a decision, or whenever we're trying to change something about ourselves. Within those given amounts of leeway, we start to build up decisions, and our body and our mind starts to fill those little leeways. How's it going? If you want to message me, you can, viewer. But within those decisions, we start to build up, our mind starts to fill those little spots with, I guess, freebies or giveaways that we can actually take or even adhere to, because we kind of like to give ourselves breaks, and within those breaks, we start to build an avenue of what we think that we should be able, what we think we should be able to give ourselves as far as those breaks, we start to go into more details about those breaks, and then those breaks sometimes become habitual, and within those habits become something we see in that break, or someone we see in that break, or someone we go to, or something we go to. Within those, I gotta sit at a bonfire. Yeah. I think that people, and that's funny. That's really cool, mallet. Anyways, what people can find about, oh shit. I gotta tune my spells next time. Within those bounds, I think people, what they find is the meaningful thing is that they got the idea that they wanted out, or they got that idea that they wanted out within that decision. But what they'll find is within those given decisions, they don't really understand where they're going, and sometimes when they don't understand where they're going, they don't find, what's the word, son of a bitch, they won't find solace or any sort of peace, I guess, within that. And I have to attune my spells. I'm gonna go to my soul arrow, and we're gonna do that for a little while. Realizing where we stand on a spectrum, people can build a certain aspect, not a certain aspect, but a certain ideology, and within that ideology, people can start to people start to build on what they want, or build on how they want things, or say, I want this now, or I want that now, and then they build another habit and another habit on top of that. Whenever we habitually monetize ourselves into new people, or into what we believe are better people, I think that when people try harder to be habitually neutral is when people start to relate to one another. When people start to relate to one another is when people actually give that. It's like they would say, like, give peace a chance sort of thing, but it's like I'm not saying anything like that. I'm just saying like noticing that people do things that are out of bounds sometimes. Noticing that even within your own country or your own locality, son of a bitch. Even within your own local things, like just because you can't hear anything outside of your window doesn't mean there's nothing going on. And within those decisions that people individually make constantly, we start to build on what any piece of architecture or literature or art or anything like that or anything would have some sort of certain effect on our own psyche or on what we actually want for ourselves. Like we start to build on just what we think a world is by what we have as far as our opinions go. And there are things that are completely taboo in anyone's thing, and anyone's I'd say morality, I guess. But also there are what people only say they're gray areas. I say to be able to build in time and a place for the habits. God damn it. Son of a bitch. Oh, time and place for their habits. And as they pull in times and places for their habits, they start to realize that that those habits themselves have an impact on the people around them. And I'm not saying just that those habits happen to be something legal or illegal. I think that what people don't understand about those habits and how those habits affect other people. And I think when those habits start to affect other people, people start to imagine a world without habits, or a world without those habits. And then that's what people actually make up as far as movies go. Or what people would say is, oh, there's a thing happening in our society and we need to address it. It's like, why do we need to address it? Because it's happening. But why is it a thing happening in our society? Because we let it go for a really long time. And that's what happens when you let things go for a really long time. God damn it. But yeah, I'm really tired, and I'm coming up with different ways to be able to make myself a little bit more, what's the word? And no, I'm not using this live stream stuff as a way to quit smoking a lot more, or to be able to replace it in a habitual way. But I wanted to do something every day that I could go to and say, you know what, I really fucked up there, but it's okay. And these are my therapeutic rants, so I can say whatever the fuck I want. All right. I'm gonna probably stop, but I'm not going anywhere. I'm not getting any further. How's it going, viewer? If you want to message me, then you can. But I'm actually stopping. So and that's all I wrote, because no other person had anything to do with it. Enjoy your days, enjoy your nights, and this is Joe Bomb Squad Therapeutic Rants, because I don't have to make sense all the time. It really doesn't matter. So have a good day, and thank you, Death Dude. Thank you, Zogan702. I know I made you laugh, and I know you sound like a douche on my, or you didn't sound like a douche. I made you sound like a douche on the message boards, but it's okay. And we all sound like douches, even the guy who's making voices on the thing that I'm doing. All right. So, have a good day, and enjoy all the times with everything and stuff.